Let's go over. Nice reference. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Javier, trying to see if I can put together this DWVO extra large storage box. It's finished, it's gonna look like this. And it came in a box like this, pretty big. So far I've opened up the box, taken out the parts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 kind of big pieces, one small divider piece, this piece, and then it came with this box, which came with the instructions, came with a couple metal dividers, this plastic P-piece, a couple plastic pieces and some hardware in here. So we're gonna see if we can put this together and see if this video helps anybody else. Let's see what we can do there. So it gives you all the list of the parts. I just got a screwdriver. That's the only tool I have so far. Let's see, we're gonna follow it pretty straightforward. So step one, you want to grab the two C's, the two C blocks, or C parts I should say, and the two plugs, and plug them in. So here's the C, here's the C. There's a plug right here, just plug it in. So basically when you're building this, you're going to be building the bottom, which this is the bottom part. You're going to be building the two sides and then the ends and then the top. So we'll see how it goes. So we got the step number one. Plug those in. Step number two is just to connect them. C to C. Click them in so you hear the click. All right. I'm going to set this aside. Next, we want to grab two A pieces. A. And you need the metal rods for this one. We're going to have the A part up. You can slide this in. Slide in. Take the other A part. Slide it in and kind of do the same thing here on this side. clickety click. So this is going to be one of your sides. And again, we're going to just set that piece aside. And you have to just repeat that. So that was step number 3. Step number 4 is just repeating that. So there's another A piece. I'm going to slide this in. Again, you're building the first part we built was the bottom that we had the plugs in. Those 2 A sides are the actual sides. Now we'll put the end pieces. Well, first we're going to connect those together. So we'll take one of these. Step number 5 is taking the A's. Putting the C in it. You really just want to give this a hearty shove. And you want to have the side with the plugs, this side, up. So you're taking this A piece that we could just put the metal rod in. Okay. At the bottom, keep the metal rod to the top. At the bottom of this, you're going to take the C pieces that we connected. Get it in there. Oh, that's got to get in there. Actually gave me. There we go. First time around. I did this one over. Letting my butt crack show. So the trick into putting these, the C into the A, is kind of lining at least one of these. So there's 2 hooks down here in your A's. You want to line up at least one of these clips so that it can hook in there. And then we're just going to repeat the other thing. We're just going to repeat the other side. Yeah, and the instructions, it says, yeah, just kind of do it while it's laying down. Easier said than done. Oh, let's try that again. This is that. So you want to take the other side and make sure, again, that at least one of those is in there. Let's just kind of go down the line here. There we go. That was a little more. So, probably what we should do, right? That's why we make it bigger. So you don't do what I do. Let's see if we can lift it up together. Yeah. There we go. Got them both on. Let's put the end parts on now. Now, starting to sweat up a little bit. Here we go. We're gonna get a lather in. So put my 2 end pieces on. Just grab the B piece, which is one of the end pieces. Let's put this sucker on. I want to make sure I have it on the proper side, but I'm not sure it matters. I don't think it matters. So I'm gonna put it on. Level grease. Actually, I just let this clip in here. So again, we took the C's with the plugs, and you want to put the nice part inside, which I thought was weird, but I'm going to put the nice part on the inside. Put your two A's with the metal bars up. Put your B on one end. That was just step number 7. And put your B on your other end. Step number 8. Again, all this stuff has been clicking. Haven't had to use a screw yet. So I'll make sure again all the spots are lined up to click in. See, that side was much easier. And worth looking inside, making sure everything is clicked in. Rather put it together well one time. So two C's on the bottom, the plugs up, A's on the side, B on the end. That's step number 8. Step number 9, putting a bunch of these plastic things. Alright, like 2 different kinds, so just a heads up there. Big G1 and G2, and then you get a bunch of Y's. So we're going to put the Y's inside where they have to go. Alright, and it spells out in the instructions where these little plastic pieces have to go. And they're just kind of like connector pieces. You can see exactly where they have to go inside this box. And then if you don't know which way they go, you can only put them in basically one way. And then there's a couple other pieces. That are like the big, they're the Y1s, right? We have Ys and Y1s, so just be on the lookout for that. You're gonna put the 6 Ys in first. Then the Y1s go in, yep, the Y1s go in on the bottom. And again, you can only really put them in one way. You can't put them in the other way. Alright, so the next one is we want to grab our F piece. Which is one of our lid pieces. And we want to, oh, excuse me, I jumped ahead. Step 11 is putting in a couple of these plastic pieces here, these T pieces. with some of the hardware that they have. They give you some screws, so you want to screw some of these in, and then you also want to work on the X. X is part of the locking mechanism. So yep, we can work. That's a couple screws as well. So altogether, I think we're talking about 2, 4, maybe 6 screws here. Well, it says, yeah, you know, put it on 6. Alright, let's put this in here. I won't bore you with this, but these are going to go basically oh yeah, so it says we're going to put them on the, take up basically either the A sides can be the front, is what you end up doing, so your choice of which side. And this is going to go. These are going to go next to the metal pieces. Screw them in. And you put one in on each side of the metal piece. The diagram actually does a pretty good job. So there's 2 of those, and then like I said, there's a locking mechanism. And you want to put that. The diagram does a pretty good job. And it's the I piece, the letter I. Oh, I'll step in here. Get busy.
got those pieces in pretty good. Just go ahead and give them a tighty tight. There we go.
And again, this is that big boy 180 gallon piece, so just be on the lookout. And next we grab the F piece with the G1 and the G2. So we grab this F piece. We'll take our G1 block and our G2 block. So again, this is step 12. Does a pretty good job showing you that with the F up, with the F piece, with the F letter up. I'm going to take my G1 block. You actually have to put it in upside down, but that's okay. It fits in. Take your G2 block, and again you have to put in this one upside down. That's okay. It fits in, and you put those in. You also want to take your last two rods, slide your rods in, slide these in. There's two slots right in there, and you'll see it pretty easy, straightforward on that. Step 13 is taking your J piece, which is the other piece of your cover, and connecting it to your F piece. So again, it has a spot for the slots. Find it, both sides. So, two rods connected here. Just to do some tight wiggling, but so easy. Instead of just straight up banging and playing, make sure everything's lined up. Here's a little boosty boost. Yeah, just definitely the right thing you're gonna do. Just needs a little help. Sometimes the parts that clip just needs a nudge over the side there. Much easier. So that was step 13, connecting F to J, and almost done. So again, put the bottoms on, put the bottom together, put the two sides on, put the two ends on, which is put the top together. On to step 14, taking this this piece as P as in Paul, and we're going to put it in here. And we actually got to screw this in. Alright. So, I'm not sure I put it the proper way. So the F and the J are up, and these two pieces are up. So I'm going to flip it right out. So the F and the J are up. The F and the J are up. The two pieces are up. So. Put another one of these together. This one definitely goes. Got a manhandle a lot more. So anyway, this is step 14. I just put the part P in as a long strip. Now we're gonna go with the, let's see here, the G lock, which is the other part of the lock. Our two E pieces. What's that E piece? Two E pieces are the last two blocks, the last two plastic parts. So this is step 15. First thing I'm going to do is put on my G piece. Alright. For some reason they flipped like the thing upside down here, so I'll put my G piece in, excuse me. That's the top. That's the two screws. Alright. This piece on the right. So I'm gonna put it in with obviously the two screws into the two screws, and then your other piece you want facing up to the right. Screws. Sometimes a screwdriver works. Oh, sometimes a screwdriver doesn't work. Use it right there. This thing all of a sudden sticking up. Alright, let's get the lock on. Take these two plastic pieces, 2 screws each. This is the part E. And these go on the bottom. And these are eventually going to help
to be your hinges on this thing. I'm not sure. And again, just be mindful of how you put these in. You want to put them in with. Just look again. Look at the diagram. It does a pretty good job. Also, make sure that you don't forget to screw in this P. Don't forget to do that. That'd be, I almost did. Three screws. And again, for all of these, just hand tighten. You don't even have to do that. Certainly no type of drill needed. Alright. Clickety click. Lots of clicks on this thing. So that was step 15, where I connected on the top portion with the F and J, connected the lock. The final, the other part, the second piece of the locking mechanism. 2 hinges and this piece stripped down the middle. Step 16 is using the unlocking the metal hinges. And once you take them out of the package, they're going to kind of burst open like that or whatever. No problem. That's how they're supposed to go. And again, just 4 screws, 2 screws for each one. And you just want to put these at the bottom, same side as your other hinges here. All right. So this is the step 16. One of these. And does a pretty good job of spelling things out for you. Has 2 holes for the screws, so it's pretty tough to miss. And you want to align the hinges here same way the other hinges are already set up. Screw it up. Second and final.
hopefully it's been a helpful video for you.
I know I was looking for this kind of video when I was attempting to build, but again, pretty straightforward. A lot of clicks. You want to put your bottom side, the C's together. From there, you want to connect the A's, which are going to be literally the sides. You want to put your B pieces, which are the end pieces, and then work on the F and the J, which are your top pieces. A lot of clicks, a lot of hand screws, but again, maybe some of the things you have to clip together might just need like a little shove, to be honest, or you might have to kind of clear the path a little bit or help it out, but pretty straightforward. That was step number 16, putting on the other two hinges. Step number 17. All right, we're gonna put this on. We're gonna put screw the top on. All right. All right, we're going to take, for step number 17, put the top on. There's 3 screws on these hinges. That's the first step. 3 screws on each side, 6 screws in total. Yeah. If you got the Riv Pod, if you found this page, you're on the Revolution Pod. All types of sports, soccer, wrestling, professional wrestling, that is. So we're just kind of along the sides here. And again, they do a pretty good job of setting up where you should go. I'm gonna just kind of grab my screws and take care of business here. And I think this is what I did last time. Let's get the box. A lot easier if you just get in the box. Handle business. Now we can get eye level here. Get my tools. That'll set me up. My front one. My back one. And I don't even mind just getting these, 75% of the way in, 80% of the way in. I'll do the other ones, and I'll come back and tighten them. You guys know how to do it. You're adults. What do you mean to tell you?
was step number 17, attaching the 2 hinges. Step number 18 is screwing our plastic hinges that we put in previously. And that's basically our last step. Okay, so step number 18 looks again just to be to screw in the final 2 hinges that has 4 screws each, and that's going to be on the back side. Straightforward. After that, our last step is to use the divider and just kind of slide the divider in, which you can do. It's kind of optional. I'll give you a look on how it looks, but yeah, let's finish this job off. Step into the battle zone. Once one catches and kind of guides you, pretty much good to go on that block. And if you want to kind of hold the metal bar or the back piece for a little stability, that's not a bad idea. Give you a little bit more stability if you do that. Got those about 80% of the way through. Now we'll come back to it. Finish strong. Alright, everything's in there pretty good. That was step number 18, just putting the final 2 plastic hinges there, just tightening those up, putting the screws in. Again, step number 19 is optional. We actually won't be using it. It's really just gonna slide this divider in. There's a spot for it. Let's see. There's a spot, the way that it fits, you have to kind of fit it in, just like a little key. And there's different parts that you can use as a divider. So
So just something to think about. Like I said, we're not going to be using it, so I don't even want to put it in. But you can put in the divider. That's the last step. So I hope this was helpful. Closes up pretty good. The latch lines up if you want to put a lock on it. But this is a 180 gallon storage container. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, leave it below. But again, this is Javier from the Riv Pod. We don't usually do this. And yeah, hope you guys somehow got something out of it. Appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe.